Now I just noticed that this seems to be upside down compared to the model. So I can come back up here, and this is where my model is. I'm live in this one, in the draft, but I can come back here to the assembly and touch on that. And it is upside down compared to this. If I look over here, this is upside down also. If I hit Control-I, it flips it up, and I look now, the front right view is correct. So what happened? This is the orientation that I actually created this in. So how could I fix this so it's up the other way? So what I could do is come back to my part model, right mouse click. I'm just going to open that. And here's my original sketch. And I can see this is actually upside down. And now the way I can fix this is come up here under this little pull down, rotate, box pick the whole sketch, put in a step angle, 180, and from the center, I can just pull out this way. I'd like to rotate, asking for another angle, 180. Hit enter. Now I don't want this to copy though. And now it's flipped it up the way that I always wanted it. So now if I save this and close, head back to my model, and now it flips up the correct way. And if I save this, so this V shape is on the base, and now I come over to my draft file, which is right next to it up here, you'll see this has a box around it, and it's waiting to be updated. So I can say Update Model, and watch what happens to this piece. Clear all, close, and now it's up the right way. Now, if you wonder where this information comes from, let's just zoom in here to our parts list, and we look at material. It's steel. We look at the file name. Where's this information coming from? For the material information, we need to go back to our template files. It's where Solid Edge is loaded, C drive, program files, Siemens, Solid Edge, frames, C channel. So we're using a piece of this C channel, 30 by 15. So if we open this template file, because that's what we used, and here's our template file, we use two pieces of this. If we come up here to material, we see it's on steel. If we right mouse click, and we'd like to change that to aluminium 1060, let's just identify that. We also see the name is C channel 30 by 15. So if we save this and close out of this part file, we can do that right here, and we go back to the draft file, we see a box around both of these now, and that means the parts list is out of date. Now come down here and look at that channel. There it is right there. We can see that's changed to aluminium 1060 because we've changed it in the template file. Now, if you ever see these thick lines on your detail sheet around your model, there's something wrong with the 3D model. It means it's out of date. I think what we did here, we went to the template file and we updated this material, and it updated in the draft file, but we skipped the model. So the model is out of date now, and that's what that's saying. The model is out of date. So if we double click on this and open this, and all we need to do is save this model. Once we save this, it should update. Now if we close this assembly and go back to our draft file, we see the big thick lines have gone, and it's just this line here that means we need to update. So when we update the views again, now we know the model is up to date also.